Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Death Must Die, or welcome back to it if you caught my ample previous coverage. Act 3 Darkmoor is out, and I'm going to be diving in. Looks like it's just started me off immediately with a new character who is a druid. She's got bear arms, or bear claws. Move or I'll rip your guts out. Surely there are cleaner ways to kill someone. Then again, judging by your hair, I don't think you've heard of such a concept. I hope you bleed red. It'll color the snow nicely. But before you jump at me with those rusted claws, allow me a moment to explain. I'm actually on your side. So take the hourglass and go satiate the madness in that underworld, please. Okay. So we haven't played this character before, so this is going to take a moment. I'm probably just going to feature her largely Outer Circle waypoint, Endless Desert waypoint. Oh. Interesting. We're going to do Outer Circle for now. I'd like to do Darkmoor, but I think we're going to work our way up to that one. We also have some people to talk to, so we'll do that. I didn't think the gods would call in the aid of a druid. You think the gods summoned me here? So it would seem. Is there a knight who isn't a slave to faith? That shine on your armor blind you? Or what? Sorry, it went too fast. Are all druids shackled by shamanism? You know nothing of nature. Do not speak of it. Kinda wish I could press a button to continue the dialogue, but it's fine. Okay, so what does she have? Your attacks have a chance to transform you into a panther. So it's a temp buff that gives you a big stat boost. Form duration 10 seconds, after cooldown 20 seconds. Let's see. There's whenever you dash through an enemy, you can enter into stealth. Damage increased in stealth. Whenever you get hit, turn into a bear. Doesn't look like it's a chance, it's just a flat amount. Bear life and damage. And there's definitely another critter somewhere. Dashes turn you into an eagle. So dash and power damage increased. More alterations. Attack and strike damage increased. So she's a striker. Unfortunately, we don't have any stat points, so this is mostly worthless to me at the moment. Wow, I didn't think feral druids left Ashwood. Don't call it that or I'll rip out your tongue. But it's the name for outfolk like you. Ha, a beast like me. Barbarian, not savage like druids. Tell that to the old friends you see below. A feral druid, wow, I'm Scotty. I never thought I'd see one of you outside the forest. Cut the niceties, Highlander. We've both got blood on the land. Blood of the land on our hands. You just refuse to see it. Feral, is it? Guess you've never seen a mirror. I don't want to fight you, or dig up ancient histories. Say that to a druid of the fjord, if you can find one. Wow, this character is just mean. Great, a druid. A wraith elf, now? The fates mock me. You probably deserve it. This character has like 0 diplomacy skills. So do we have anything new here? Probably. Our character is just named Leaf. I mean, okay. What else do we have? Dracula's Wing. Oh, Blood for Blood Dracula. What else do we have? Ah, so this is something I can actually grab. Oh, this is just extra item loadouts. Talent loadouts. What was the last one? Extra storage. I'll grab one of each. They're cheap enough. So the main question is, what kind of gear does this character wear? It's got to be medium. Oh gosh, I've got some stuff to manage. This is going to take a moment. Interestingly enough, I don't actually see the ability to modify the difficulty anymore. Like, you can swap the keystones around, but there's no way to, like, tweak things. Which is certainly interesting. I'm curious to see how that's expressed, or maybe it's gotten moved, or maybe I have to re-unlock it. No idea. Either way, we've taken every single item off of Scotty, and I'm just throwing us into a basic run. We're gonna do 3 runs with this character at least. We'll see how they go. But one in the first region, second, and then see if I can get to the third. I could also play one of the other characters, but I wanted to play the new characters since, you know, they're potentially interesting. Maybe I won't stick with the druid for the entire run. We will see.
Let the earth quake!
I love the animations for this character. Okay, so I actually do like this guy. Let's see. Attacks become stronger, reply ruptured. The problem is all of these are commons. We have alterations, not a lot of rerolls, and a lot of bashes. Or banishes, which is good bad. Yeah, I was just hoping I could... Okay, we only have one cast. I'm gonna just grab blades, because I literally do not care what rarity it is. This character is not built for casting. And so, it doesn't matter. I just wanted to lock in Crom. Not to be confused with Kront. Okay. It's been a while since I played this, and I'm kind of missing it. Let's see. Gain an item, anger the llama god, or... No, gain the pull range. And I should already have pretty good pull range to begin with, because I think my gauntlets give me like 4,000 or 5,000, something like that. Which means I should be able to pick up most things on the screen. I've been missing playing this game, and a lot of Bullet Heavens. What I should probably do is actually just, now that Act 3 is out, just record a bunch of episodes and have them go out once a week.
May my powers aid you in your plight.
I don't remember if Lady Justice got... I don't hate the idea of going Lady Justice. Question is, which do I pick? Guidance is kind of neat. Every few seconds next attack is a crit. Can I actually check my stats here? No, it doesn't look like it. I think I'm gonna go for Arbiters. Because applying Weakened is well... No, I think I will go for Merciful Attack. There aren't a whole lot of... Ooh, they made projectiles a lot more obvious. It's not my favorite attack buff, but it's good against bosses. More attack damage, cooldown reduction. Absolutely cooldown reduction. I don't know if that affects the strike abilities that scale off of like X number of hits, but it's fine. Let's see. So what was I going to say? Yeah, just 50% extra damage flat is a nice value. You know, maybe I could have held out for a master tier, but it didn't feel likely that I was going to pull that off. Let's see. There's an archer somewhere that I want to kill. Oh, it's this guy. It's you again. Ow. Okay, Radiance. Wow. Sure. I don't remember Radiance actually being amazing. But again, it's a decent power to have. And it's... we only have so many slots. I guess actually we have a decent amount of slots for powers. But I'll still take it. I don't know why RNG is favoring me so hard right now. Ooh, he has a summon now. Sure, he's got tornadoes and he's got another strike. This is not necessarily the run I was planning on. I don't know what my run was going to be. Okay, every time you hit with your attack, strike damage is increased temporarily. Interesting. But sure. I'm not gonna like spring for every single high rarity buff under the sun. We'll leave that for later. Now that tier 3 gear has been added, I'm hoping you can really boost your ouch. I'm hoping you can really boost your drop rate so you can actually get consistently high tier gear, maybe. I dig this character's attack speed. Reminds me of, what is her name? Not Maris. Whatever the assassin girl is, but with a little bit more sweep to her. So it's good for catching groups of enemies as opposed to singular ones. Chance of being blessed by Crom is increased. I'm gonna banish blades. I'm gonna grab it. We have plenty of alterations. My main thing is we want shurikens and we want the whip chains. That those two very much are, I'm gonna say, pretty important for this character. I love the Soda Knights. I think they're like, they even have lore passages about the noise now. And that makes it even better.
Let the
Okay. We also have the blood swords. Because I want to grab some of these. I'm going to grab the blood swords. Once again, we're not really speccing into these things. I just want to snag his summons so we're not being offered more summons. Like, if I have to take a common rarity upgrade, I might as well go for something that fills a slot that I don't care about. So I can hopefully leave things open for better stuff later. More experience. More heals. This is a very good time for more experience. Oh, you can actually push the slime corpses around, kind of, sort of. Or maybe the slimes were pushing the slime corpses around. It wasn't exactly clear. Damn, tornadoes are really good. Okay, so I'm going to banish this. Do we reroll? I'll reroll once. Didn't get anything good. I'll get charge. There's better charges and dashes. Well, none that I have available. I guess I could have gotten a good one. This is what I was maybe hoping for. Oh, interesting. So double my attack damage, increase my aura. Definitely going for doubling the attack damage boost. I guess it only increases my attack damage by roughly a third. Still good. This is a very good time to have double experience gain, though that might have worn off at this point. Let's see. Yeah. I'm just gonna boost damage. We don't have a weapon right now, so my damage is a little piddly. Ooh, that's a good god shrine or buff shrine if I remember right. That's the thing. Okay. Do we want to go Radiance? You know, I was hoping we get some Crom upgrades, but I guess I'm just hitting things today. Extra strike projectiles or extra attack speed? Shoot. No, we want the strike projectiles. The extra attack speed would be incredible, but how many tornadoes is that? It's a lot. We want more of those. And, like, attack speed would have been an incredible boon as well. Because that would have just let me proc these so much more often. Okay, there we go. I can get down to it. Sanctuary. I don't remember if that prevents me from taking damage. Just 2 of them. I think it does. I think it makes me immune to being hit for a little while. It'd certainly be lovely to have one of those going into a boss fight at some point, but eh. I want to say the tree is good. I do not know how much max life I have. How do I check? Controls. I guess it's B. Maybe I could have done that. I guess 100 non-lethal damage wouldn't have been bad. Can I banish charge? We'll just do an alteration. Boost tornadoes? Boost tornadoes. It only increases the chances by a little bit. Oh, this is why I was speccing into luck with so many of the characters. I think tornadoes has a cooldown, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, cooldown of 3 seconds. So no amount of chance increasing can affect that. We need cooldown reduction if I want to use more tornadoes. Okay, more heals, more adept offers. Ooh. Less adept offers, less expert offers, more master offers. Sure. I don't know how much that 3% is really going to make a difference, but eventually it will. Like if we can get... I'm just going to turn on auto attacks at this point. Find an item. It's not a good one, though. I wonder if I can upgrade the duration. Some of these. Man. What else do we have? Oh. Infusions. These are new. So the Goddess of Fate gives infusions now that modify your abilities. Your tornadoes are upgraded, they deal more damage. And pull... Oh. Pull in and damage interval is faster. Or does more damage, but only a little bit. The only problem is these are common. I love this, though. I'm gonna grab it. The fact that infusions exist to modify your abilities further is really exciting to me. That was one of the main issues that this game had. Was that, yeah, you can modify your abilities a little bit more. But it wasn't that much. It's the Necromancer. Oop. He's got some friends. At least I'm pretty beef chonk here. I can actually do a decent chunk of damage, and don't have to worry about too much. Oh. Grab those, because we need the talent points. Yeah, at some point I really should invest into, I should do a Crom sword summon run, because I've never actually used the swords before, at least not seriously. But I think I'm going to leave these things for later. Yeah, I was going to say, I've missed playing this game, and I know I said that already, but it bears repeating because, like, God, I think this will still probably remain the best Bullet Heaven. You could free or abandon her. Huh. Don't know what abandoning her would give you. Sir, please give me a high rarity anything. I'm desperate here. Just like one that can level up would be extremely helpful. Alas. What is this? Basilisk scale. Oh. Kids have a chance to stun. That is actually quite good. But the big one for me largely boils down to I've desperately want bullet heavens that actually have something going on. And that sounds weird, but like the actual fighting enemies, that's almost kind of more management sim at this point. You know, later on, especially in later acts for this game, you actually do have to try and care and stuff like that. But for the just like moment to moment running around mowing through skeletons, doesn't really... You know, I'm strong enough that I just delete all of them with a bunch of tornadoes, and that's it. Knockback effects are more potent. Do we just do the shuriken damage? I think so. Mainly because we want ruptured. Namely, I just need something that I can level up on Crom, since I'm going to be offered a decent amount of Crom here. But you know, recently I played a game called Asgard's Fall that actually has some good ideas behind it. But it, like Death Must Die, it also has the random boon shrines. But there's only like 5 of them on the map, and then they never come back. And I found that to be, I don't want to say like extremely boring after a while, but it's one of those that then after that point you're just fighting the monsters. And attack area, strike area. I think on this, I'm going to go for attack area. This character desperately needs that range. Just a little bit. Okay, ghosts cannot harm me, at least not at the moment. And so for this one, it's oddly enough about maximizing how many enemies you're able to kill, how many resources you're able to grab, and how many shrines you're able to get. And I find that actually deeply compelling because there's this whole extra element of progression that is completely secondary to the actual game and gameplay. Of just running around looking for as many golden dots on the minimap as possible. And I love that from the perspective of, like, it gives me something to do and care about and pay attention to, rather than just running around and smacking the same number of enemies over and over and over again.
How goes it?
Okay, Thunderstruck. After dashing, chance you gain a status that gives you increased attack chance triggers on your next attack. I really wish I could swap this one. Some games let you re-roll the slot, and that'd be amazing. I'll pick it up. Unfortunately, I don't think extra attack triggers really does anything for me. Okay, test virtues. Your heart is corrupt. Rude. I don't actually know what determines that one, to be honest. Penetrating Tusk of Sovereignty. Fortunately, it's a relic. We're looking for a weapon for this character. The reason why I didn't want to throw myself into a higher tier axe is because I'm literally just smacking them with my bare hands. And, you know, well, it looks like that would be impressive. It's pretty weak compared to, say, actually having a proper weapon.
Is this still going?
Okay, power infusion, so a little bit more damage. Shurikens are upgraded, deal more damage when you're below a certain amount of HP. Or we can just upgrade the cyclones more. Does mean that rarity comes into play with the infusions, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go kind of tornado spec. Main part is I'm not particularly wounded, so the shuriken upgrade isn't very good. Find an item, but it is not a good one. So suppose at the moment it doesn't matter too much. The Crom Dash is actually a pretty good addition here. It works well. Okay, hello. Shurikens are upgraded to do more damage when you're below 50% health. Way more Fates options. Sure. I'll take that. We don't get a whole lot from the Fates. Okay, we've got a couple shrines in the area, and I want to get all of them. Now that I know where most of them are. That's a bookshelf. Unfortunately, I do not think there are any more regular books in this region for me to find.
Stop latching on to his fate, sis, and stop giving advice. It's their own damn string. Says you, who never shuts up with suggestions!
Damage is increased, but 4%. Not amazing. I'm gonna banish this one. Does make me lose a power slot. That actually is good. So I think I'm gonna pick it up. The reason why that's good is because I do not need that slot. I do not want to put things there. And so even if it's kind of a piddly damage bonus and not actually really worth pursuing, I mostly am just trying to get things out of the pool so that I can focus on my really good abilities. Or hopefully get some other really good abilities. Ow. At least we barely take damage and we have really fast regen. Holy smokes, it's ticking up like 1 HP a second. What am I wearing that's doing that? I have no idea. Okay, a little bit of power damage. Nice part is we don't need to care too deeply about, like, boons or even rarities. That much here. Test virtues again. Heart is still corrupt. I think I'm going to call that a dumb bird next. Alright, where were we before I took my fry break? Shrines is really the answer. I think it's so interesting having these, like, bonus objectives as a primary motivation force. Yeah, shuriken damage is pretty weak. The extra pierce is not bad, though. I'm just really baffled by the lack of rarity so far. We got some really good bangers. We also haven't seen the, let's see, trick or trap. It's bad. Like, the thing is, it's all tier 1 gear. We do not need tier 1 gear. The only thing I might want tier 1 wise is like a weapon for this character, just because that at least gives me somewhat of a foundation to go onto like later acts. Even if it's not that good, it's at least something. But who knows, maybe I'll just keep chugging away and I'll find more. Baron's hands. I remember when these suckers were hard. They are so weak now. Like early days on this game, trying to get past those guys actually took some effort. Oh, he's still alive. Not for long. Hell, I could probably just face tank this sucker. Come back. I wish to do damage to you. Ring of Sovereignty. And some health. Ah, that's a shame. I was hoping he would give talent points as well. Unfortunately, I guess only one of them drops talent points for whatever reason. I guess it makes sense. I just need more talent points, like, pretty bad. I think you get more in later acts, which is probably the main difference. Grappling hook. Whenever an enemy starts attacking you, there's a chance you'll shoot out a grappling hook that damages them, and that's okay. That's fun. So now that's 2 abilities that do that. Less pull area, more experience flat. Can't get master or legendary boon offers. Now let's go for the reduced pull area. Ours is already pretty good, and I don't have that many ranged abilities to rely on. Well, I don't have that many ranged abilities that are making me lose experience from afar. Okay. Do an alteration. Shuriken's grappling hook. Rampage. Probably just shurikens for now. That extra piercing is nice. Still kind of so-so on, like, what I've been offered so far, but it's fine. It's a dumb bird. I don't think there's a reason not to test my virtues on that thing, though I'm kind of curious what that even means.
March on!
Well, expert grappling hook. Really hoping I'd get expert chains of war at some point in this process. But alas, doesn't seem to be the most forthcoming, sadly. Boy, I've gotten a lot of these healing altars. Ooh, slows me down for 30 seconds. I mean, it's not a problem. Here we go. I'm just gonna go with extra luck. Like, I could have gone for the bonus shuriken damage there, but it would have meant I don't get the chains. And I do kind of want the chains. Even more luck. I like how luck works in this game, because it just, yeah, modifies your chances of having proc effects. So there's some real cheesy builds where you just crank your luck to maximum. Yeah, problem with this one is it never actually increases the range of it. I'm just doubly cursed to go glacially slow. I guess the tornadoes are the one thing that are leaving all the experience behind, but even then I can work with that. It's not a problem. Wow. I remember back when I was first starting to play this game, that ghost was a nightmare.
From my bless
Let's see. I'm gonna banish devotion to justice. I was really hoping to get more than just that, but alas. Yeah, playing this game for the first time, those, like, that Wraith lady was actually dangerous and would chase me down and be a little bit of a problem, and now I'm just, like, ripping through it. It's a kind of nice feeling. Like, it's silly, yes, but there's something kind of charming about coming back to something that used to challenge me and then being like, yeah, I'm better now, I'm stronger now. Unfortunately, a lot of it is just meta progression that I'm just better geared. But I mean, even that's kind of true. Like, at some point, I will probably go back and...
Death did not attend his trial. He believes himself to be above the laws that govern us all.
Let's see. more health, regen. I'm just gonna keep boosting my attack, I suppose. I'd go back and probably play like Bloodborne. Play through most of the Souls games, I think, for fun. Just to be like, yeah, actually, this is not nearly as hard as I made it out to be when I was younger. First couple of times I played Dark Souls, I was like so frustrated I ended up just hacking in infinite stamina and running around with a shield up, and it made the game much easier, but, you know, maybe not the most compelling, so I eventually just kind of lost interest in it. And then years later I was like, okay, fine, okay, fine. I'll go for the adept chains. I have no choice. We only have 2 minutes left on this run. Yeah, I came back later and said, like, okay, the cheating really isn't the intended experience and made the game maybe too easy at times. Let's try actually playing this game. And it wasn't that bad. And then I came back years later again, and it really wasn't that bad. And so it's one of those where, like, I guess you just get used to it, kind of, sort of. I'm still scared of Bloodborne. Bloodborne was legitimately difficult.
Justice.
I think for me it was mostly just the, it was faster paced and more about, like, dodges and parries. You couldn't block it all, and I think I wasn't ready for that. I think now I am. Should probably also go back to Sekiro at some point and also reacquaint myself with that game. Because, yeah, I've been playing Expedition 33 kind of on my own on the side, and it's making me a lot bolder when it comes to parries, because it's like, no, I actually can parry things. Casts have a larger area. Really not that helpful here. Later, on a different character, yeah. Casts having a larger area can do some real goofy things, I'm sure. God, those tornadoes are nutty good. I was not expecting them to be this obscene. Just damage to bosses. Sure, we're about to go into a big boss fight. It's not a high priority for me, I don't think. Bloodthirst, a little bit more damage. Chest, but it's got a bow, and it ain't a good one. Well, it's fine. I was hoping I could crank up the difficulty settings in this area so I could get better rarity stuff. But yeah, maybe that was taken away for some reason. What if you your dash damage increased temporarily? Yeah, I've got a bunch of these. First strike, deal more damage to undamaged enemies. Hell yeah. Die, suckers. Oh, those tornadoes do oodles. Unfortunately, not actually very good for this. Okay, War Pact, Grappling Hook. Yeah, let's just do an extra 10% damage to all bosses. You know, I just realized, Dracula, Baron of the Outer Circle. That's actually gonna bug me a little bit. He's Count Dracula. What are they doing? Oh, well, that would have been helpful. Like, I get it, probably. Yeah, tornadoes, just absolutely above and beyond. Shurikens! Way better than I expected, actually. Like, that's some real damage up in there. For a level 3 adept upgrade compared to my regular attacks. I gotta keep that in mind. Okay, so I have 8. It's not bad. I'd probably go for Panther form. So what else do we have? A couple of alterations aren't a bad deal. Whenever you get hit, turn bear. I don't know how much I need that. Okay. Oh, your attack hits have a chance of dealing additional strike damage. Let's see. Well above a certain health threshold, take damage per second. Your attacks have a chance to heal you. Or bigger pull area. I'm gonna put 1 point into that. A couple points into that. That's actually very good. Alright. Let's see. I guess we have dialogue. I don't think we ever officially met. I'm Averon. Leaf. Got that out of the way then. Drop the act, barbarian. You're here to lay destruction and picked a mighty foe. I'd love to see you in action down there. Move crazy eyes away, please. I love Kront. I think he's the best character. It would have been different now, Leaf. Things are different now. And yet you've walked through the ancient halls made of the spirits of the fjord. It was the work of dragons. They're all gone now. Only drakes remain. There's always a scapegoat, but the serf served its master. Best keep your eyes peeled, lest you become a pawn in the games of gods like your ancestors, Highlander. Cripes. I do actually appreciate that they're doing some level of storytelling here. Okay, sad part is almost all of this stuff is garbage. The basilisk scale I'm going to hold on to, and the good rope. But the rest of it is worthless. But we do have some weapons for this character. So we have Striking Circle of Poisonous Breath, damage experience per second, rerolls effects range and strike damage, and attack hits have a chance to poison, or Claw of Alacrity. Nope, going for these. Alright, so now we are somewhat adequately prepared for the next region. Oh yeah, 0.7 life regen. That's probably what's doing it. I actually think I might want this. Not even that expensive. Because we lose a Banish and Alteration, but we had a bunch of those. We get more Adept Offers, and we get a bunch of experience per second, which is kind of good. Look, what's he got? Oh, this is 100% better. Okay, I don't think we care about anything else. Let's just go drop these off, and let's go do an Act 2 run. Yeah, there's still no way that I can modify this. So let's do Endless Desert. See, previously you could add, like, modifiers here to make the game easier or harder. But maybe that got stripped out of the game and something else? Or it's been moved? I legitimately have no idea. I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it's a mailbox. That ain't it. It's like in one of these side chambers, but no. Not a clue. Alright. Let's see how we fare in the desert. Oh, no. I loved her animations in person. I do think her animations in Panther Farmer could use maybe a little bit of work. It's just so prancy. Like, it's really not that much of an issue.
Rock definitely beats paper. I've crushed Spring's trees 1,000 times over. Didn't intend to, but she was just in the way.
Ooh, does that mean we have a new god? We might. I don't hate. Yeah, let's go for it, because I'd like to get Earth Spike. And the Mega Punch is kind of a fun spell. Even if it's maybe a little visually noisy. Let's see. So there might be a new god. I don't think we want Mort. I could go for this. Ice Shards. Attack has a chance to throw Ice Shards, deal damage, applied shield. Sure. I'll kind of take whatever I can get if it's a good strike. I'm hoping for the good earth spike. I like this one. Think. Actually, not big on them. I'll just do the chance to resist a negative status effect. Okay, let's banish that. Get more nin offers. Let's just hope my rarities improve a little. Remember this being amazing. Rarity upgrade offers. Chance to heal on kill, movement speed. I'm gonna go with this one. The ability to upgrade up to master. Like, it makes enemies tougher for a little while, but that's really not a problem for me. This early on with this level of, like, experience gain, it's just not. It doesn't matter. I wonder if they made energy missiles any better. I don't care, though. Do you do Crom? I could do Crom. I don't hate Crom. Only immediate problem is a lot of these options are kind of stinky. Well, do I want to just get Chains of War? Even if it's not like the perfect rarity, I'll still take it. Okay. Wish there were more modifiers that let me just summon even more enemies. Especially at this point. They're just stacking these boons. I guess I'm just going to turn on auto attack at this point. I'm just hurting my finger a little bit. Even just holding the button. Okay, crushing attack or strikes of a larger area. Yeah. The chance to stun is kind of potentially interesting, but having just bigger strikes is nice. Wow, that Poison Blast is actually really good. I wonder what kind of damage type it counts as. Okay, let's just mulch a bunch of golems. There we go. You know, it's interesting playing all of these Bullet Heavens and how there's like a ton of them, and there still is. Like, there's a lot that are still coming out. It does kind of feel like the genre peaked a year or two ago, and then there's just a handful of stragglers that are coming out that are impressive. I'm a banish, because we don't need more than that. Do I get my summon, or do I go for crushing attack? We might as well go for crushing attack. The stone golem is tempting, but it's not important. Okay. Oh, randomly lose a banish, reroll, or alteration for some attack area. Sure. This character can definitely use it. This is like a little bit of an extra means of making sure I'm hitting as many enemies as possible and proccing those strikes where and when I can. Yeah, it feels like the genre kind of peaked a little while ago, and then it's been in, I don't want to say kind of like odd limbo ever since. I think part of it is just because the gold rush came and went really fast.
That boulder, knowing it will crush you every time. A mortal dares where gods hesitate.
Okay, so boost crushing attack, tempting. Interact with a location, your attack area is increased. 0.4. I actually really want that. Even if it's not big. The problem is I'd have to pick up 10 just for it now. I'll leave that for later. Okay. This one's a bit tougher. Because we've already got that. I guess I'm going to go for the 4% movement speed, make every enemy faster, but that works in my favor. If enemies are faster, that means they get to me faster, that means I can kill them faster. Which means, hopefully, I can kill more of them in the process. Ooh. Strike damage or attack speed? I'm gonna go for the attack speed. If only because a lot of my strikes are proc-based, and so the extra damage would be nice, we just don't really need it in comparison. Heal life, gain luck. That's nice. Who's shooting at me? You. Oh, isn't that just the boss from the first zone? Kind of, sort of. Probably weaker.
I favor your pursuit.
I favor your purse. He favors my purse. Chains of War expert, sure. I've always wanted to... Ooh, that extra duration would have been nice. I've always wanted to go for, like, a high duration build with Chains of War, just to see if I can have, like... If I can whip it real good. Our brain immediately reminded me that, like, there was some kind of thing called whippets I think people would huff. And I have legitimately no idea what that was about. Or even how long ago it was. It was one of those things that, like, happened kind of in the background. Area or duration? Definitely area. It was one of those things that happened in the background of my life in such a way that it was like, oh, that was a thing people did for a brief period of time, and then it went away, probably because illegal, maybe. To just get Chains of War up to Master? Sure. It does kind of feel like a waste of level ups to do that, but on the flip side, I'm leveling really fast. So it's difficult to say that it's, like, that bad. Kind of the same thing as, like, this is gonna sound weird, but, like, 4 Loko was one of those things that was hyper popular for, like, a brief period of my life, and then I think it became illegal, and then that was it. And just the rise and fall of this extreme fad into oblivion. Ooh, lose 20 life. I'm gonna go for the expert offers. The extra experience per second is so tempting, we're doing it. Like, the extra expert offers are nice, but I'm actually getting a decent amount of stuff, and, like, without enemy kills, that bar is just speeding upwards. It'd be a really interesting build. Just going for as much experience gain as possible. Like, just the experience gain over time. Perks on armor. Because I feel like you could maybe do kind of a really goofy level 50 plus build. Okay, dash damage. I think I actually want to just play this with a controller in retrospect. Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, keyboard and mouse feels weird to me. And for this, yeah, controller's much more comfortable. Okay. Cast cooldown, summon damage, power area. Oh, I guess I'm gonna go power area. I'll be able to punch more and faster, but eh. Attack damage. Let's go for strikes have a larger area. I don't think this is going to be an attack run. Admittedly, I do have a better weapon, but even then. No, I think I do actually consistently play this with keyboard and mouse, now that I'm thinking about it. The controller movement feels weird to me. More comfortable, but unusual, like I'm not used to doing it.
Blessed by Crom? Let me help you drown that out.
Alright. Ice Shards level 2. Could also just do dive. But yeah, let's just do Ice Shards for the time being. It is the Cursed. Now the Cursed consistently is kind of a jerk. But I think here, oh god, I am whipping him so good. Yeah, the only immediate problem is his rain is kind of an issue. I guess I'm just gonna hang out over here until he decides, yeah, there he goes. Yeah, because the rain was just kind of sitting on him. Wow, we were just demolishing things. Let's see, more Master offers more Master Blessing damage. I'm actually going to go for the Master Blessing damage. We've got a couple at Master already. Even if I technically want more of them. 2% just feels real weak. Okay. War Chains are upgraded, deal more damage to elites and bosses, lose a strike slot. It's not terrible. I can certainly do better than it, but yeah, let's do it. Because yeah, having my war chains do a ton of damage to elites and bosses is going to make my life easier. Oh, there's a thing I just walked right past it. And it's not like I really need to fill out all of my slots. So I would like to pick up the Earth Spire Strike, because that one's very good. Shurikens are good. Let's see.
Every year, winter retreats to my domain. I, on the other hand, am always around.
Okay, strikes are bigger. Yeah, I want Earth Spike, but I don't want to do it now. We're just going to keep going for size. Make my whip real big. Alright. Let's just kind of keep scooting. And the third dash is actually extremely helpful for, like, getting around. One thing I will have to consider build-wise is eventually looking into, like, going for builds that incentivize that actively focus. Ooh, this is a new one. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's go for a reroll. Builds that actively prioritize and focus on movement speed. Because yeah, definitely when we're in Panther form, I am cruising. And it is making my life much easier. We're hitting some diminishing returns on those extra AoE, that extra AoE size. Bit of a downer. Not a big deal. But yeah, as soon as we go Panther form, we like cruise around the map more, and I'm almost assured that it's one of those where like you can get more stuff. Ooh. Gain experience per second. I don't need that extra stuff. For a second I thought those were the green golems. Kind of looked cactusy.
Cross paths with death but once. I have to endure his tedious company for ages.
Okay, thaw, dive. Let's just grab dive. It's a reasonably good dash ability, and it'll open things up for other abilities. Or really just makes it so we're not being offered any of the other dashes, so that hopefully if we get like a really good Crom upgrade or something like that, we can go for that. Ooh, a shiny ring. I like those. That was kind of silly, but I think strikes are very much my favorite attack type in this game. Do I want to do Ice Shard? Yeah. There's something just really, really satisfying about cool abilities that proc on hit. While always be... Ooh. Casts have a chance... No, strikes have a chance to smite. Considering how much we're whipping, that should be a lot of smites, actually. But yeah, I've always had somewhat of a bias against going full caster in video games. I think so much of it boils down to Dungeons and Dragons, oddly enough, that it was kind of frustrating playing...
Do not falter. Only the weak run.
Like a low-level caster in D&D 3rd edition was just the saddest thing. It's so much better now that your cantrips are actually like good combat spells. But back in the day it was like, oh, I'm out of spells. Shoot. And that was just it for your day, and you just had to hope that the group was able to rest. And so I definitely remember like having a fight or two where that was just the end. Like I cast my couple of spells and that was it, and I had to like blink away with a hand crossbow, then hey hippo. I'm actually gonna go for the max life. We don't really want the knockback. It doesn't really help me either.
What is best in life, hero? To crush your enemies.
Ooh. Red shurikens, red shurikens. Was kind of hoping to get Earth Spike, but alas, it hasn't been forthcoming. Does mean that the extra strike distance is slightly meh. That it's not nearly as good. Or yeah, the extra strike radius is really just doesn't factor into this character that well at the moment. Because who cares if the ice spikes are bigger? Doing it anyway. It's mostly for the whip. Hello. Seek guidance, or an eerie aura embraces you as you approach what you understand to be the sarcophagus of none other than Arzual himself. We disturb what lies inside. Seek guidance, confront. Is it Rock Boy here? Well, not gonna lie, dude hurts. I guess I have to back out more than anything else. Plus side doesn't do much damage, and I can slap him to death as soon as... Oh, okay, so he dropped a ring. Next time, definitely awakening and seeking guidance.
Trust only in the steel you wield, hero.
Okay, more shurikens. We could go for the blood sword, but no. Okay. Still a bunch of these ranger types around, which is annoying. Please stop shooting at me. Yeah, the problem is they're just off camera, and I think they warp too. Like if you're too far off camera, strikes have an even higher chance to smite now. All right. But I think if they're too far off camera, they will warp around. Movement speed, movement speed. Evasion wouldn't be a bad idea either. But I want to avoid. Let's see. Do I want to go for that? Not really. I'll go for a little bit more flat bonus damage. That's a little bit of reduced luck. Okay. We've taken some damage here, which is not great. We heal after this fight. Okay, there's one more. If I can kill him. Do I go for Terracotta Army? Sure. So she's actually got 2 summons now. That's awesome. I'm actually gonna have to look into summon builds. because it feels like there's actually a ton of really, really good options where there didn't used to be. There we go. Well, that's a lot of talent points too. Good stuff. A bunch of elite skeleton for a bit.
Conquest and glory.
Okay, Chains of War, Shurikens. Can I actually check my DPS? Probably not. Not until the end. I'm still kind of the opinion that Chains of War is probably better. At least I'm going to spec into it because we get the bonus boss damage and the AoE. I don't actually know if it's going to be better. The Shurikens, I think part of it is the Shurikens are a little bit harder to pull off. Area or duration? Let's actually go for duration here. Because that might also mean that I stay in Panther form longer. Ooh, pull area for 90 seconds. Sure. I don't think that really makes too much of a difference for this build. Yeah, the terracotta army doesn't move, it just hangs out there. What, yeah, I'll just pick this up. Kind of late now. I should have just picked the most basic, common variant of that. Because yeah, how many locations am I opening up? Movement speed. The rarity upgrades are kind of too little too late. Whereas the movement speed just brings in more enemies here. We do have to worry about them potentially bodying me. But I think it's still okay. Strikes have a further chance of applying smite. This is like 15% now, that's very good. Okay. You guys are going down reasonably fast.
His heart is colder than mine, and I'm winter itself.
Okay, do I want to go Ice Shards Master? Probably. Let's see, I'm level 28. So despite the fact that I have this, like, pretty extreme experience gain, I'm not gaining an obscene amount of levels. I was actually expecting to get up to like 30, 40. But I think only Averon... I think I've only gotten that far with Averon before. I'm trying to remember what I did for that run, where I just had oodles of
I
experience.
haven't come here.
Okay. Do we want to dive? No, we can do better than this. I'm gonna banish Terracotta Army. Mountain Smite actually scales. Whoa. Oh, we need to do a Kront build with this stat. Imagine getting that upgrade on Kront for maximum spin. That was really... I'm actually kind of agog that we found like 3 or 4 of those this time. Let's see. More movement speed? Absolutely. I will be so fast. Let's just go for a crushing attack. I could have actually gone for more Mountainous Might there, in retrospect. I think my main problem is just I don't necessarily need it. Let's just go for the weaker version. Because yeah, sacrificing a blessing at this stage would be potentially ruinous. Or at least extremely damaging, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll have to give this a shot now that there's a really good blessing for Kront. Let's see, status effects last longer. Sure. That specifically affects the days from Smite. And that seems genuinely quite good. Right. Don't have the extreme pull range that I had earlier. That's okay. Keep running around for these. What do you have? Become poison, your attacks have a chance to apply poison or dash. Yeah, sure. I don't know how long poison lasts for on me. I don't think it's a really huge concern though. Back area? Yeah. How big is my attack? Pretty big, actually. So if I do War Chains, it doesn't get rid of any of mine, right? Yeah, okay, cool. So I've still got them regardless. Status damage and luck. A fourth? Wow. I'm actually shocked by that one. Usually that beetle statue thing only shows up maybe like once or twice a run. I really was not expecting 4 times. But I guess part of it is I'm going wicked fast. Okay. I'm probably just gonna go for crushing attacks. I don't know if you can stun bosses, but still. The black frame. Huh. That's a new one. The multitude of smites are amusing me. Just the constant oh. Pickup range is nice. Let's see. Gonna banish both of these. Let's do an alteration. Chains of War. Chains of War. Probably should have been banishing more. But we've largely been given everything that I could possibly want, so it's kind of hard to complain. Oh, the Jin. But first we get this one. Yeah, become weakened for 30 seconds. But now I have a chance to apply weaken, so I can keep this guy permanently weakened too. I am going to slap you into next Tuesday. You will grant my wish. Some weird riff on Aladdin, where he's just extra abusive. Okay. Unfortunately, without those modifiers, the drop rates are not nearly as good. But that's okay. We don't need tier 2 items at this point. We're about to go get tier 3. Well, that was clean. What was the most amount of damage? Shurikens. No. Shurikens had the best DPS. Chains of War did the most damage. Wow. I guess I'll just have to keep Shurikens around. Let's see. Crushing attack. It was okay, but yeah, it's really not worth investing into attack unless you really invest into it. And even then, I don't know. Kind of dips a little bit. Oh, that's the outer circle. We're going to Darkmoor. Revenge is often a product of injustice. Is my assumption correct, Leaf? There's no justice for mortals. You know what really fuels revenge? Think on it. Might help you break these shackles. Okay. So, yeah. This is definitely a keyboard and mouse thing. So blue belt is unique. What about this one? More experience per second. The only problem is it doesn't have that regen, so I think I'll skip. No. So we have the black frame, cast critical chance, but reduced heal on level up. What? And then the 8-color staff, which is... Huh. What's the difference here? So less projectiles. That is genuinely one of the best weapons I think I've ever seen. I guess the one thing is it doesn't have the extra projectiles. But that would let you omni-spec. Well, it's certainly better than this one. Whoop. Okay, so let's go back to her. Any other good claws? Chance to heal life on attack, kill, damage, and chance to apply burning. Nah, this one's better. Yeah, I'd like the extra strike damage, but I want those master offers. Oof, 3.2 experience per second. That's an option. Attacks have a chance to do... Oh, it is a strike. Or at least that one is. That is also a strike. The main problem is we'd lose the bonus strike damage, so no thank you. Okay, don't really see anything else that's actually valuable here. And yeah, because we're on quote-unquote a lower difficulty, we're not getting as good of stuff. Let's go back to this. Transfer these over. I don't know why I'm collecting uniques. It's fun. Alright. Oh, right. I was going to go get some talents. Because yeah, I have 12 more. This character has very quickly just become a favorite. Let's see. Chance to apply weakened permanently. Interesting. Extra damage against weakened enemies. That's fun. Dashing powers do more damage. Dash recharge speed is increased. I do feel like hunger is very good. Or it's a problem. Sprout would be interesting. The permanent weaken is interesting. Forms last longer is nice. What else do we have down here? You have more life. Gain strike damage and strike area every second until your next attack. That's okay. Attack hits have a chance to increase your max life. Oh, temporarily. Shame. Attack damage is increased randomly. Yeah, for every percentage of max life, lose ferocity. Strikes have a chance to heal you a percentage of your max life. That's so good. More dash thoughts. Own form, gain power damage whenever you get hit. Lose all damage this way when form ends. Will inform, strike damage increased. When you leave a form, you have a chance to immediately enter another. Or on cooldowns for whenever you kill a leader boss, restore a percentage of your max life and gain increased prime damage. What the hell is prime damage? No idea, sounds good. Yeah, so I could go for a 10% bonus to... Nah. The perma weaken is interesting, but I think I'm going to go for Sprout for now. Oh. Okay, so that's actually way better. It's a 100% chance to permanently weaken an enemy. And now base attack damage goes up as well. I don't actually know if that's that good. But I'll take it all the same. Final run, one way or another. Let's see how this goes. Act 3, have not seen it before. Ooh. We just have... Oh, wait, no, I see. I'm just not attacking because I don't have auto attack on. Probably actually switch back to controller. It's a little bit more comfortable for this.
Some say death...
I really do not want Mort. I mean, maybe she's got some new things. I also do not want Lady Justice. I do want this. Let's go for bonus nin offers. Life regen for every mouse enclave. That's a new one.
Sorry to have kept you waiting, friend, but it seems you started quite the way without me.
What? That's
the whole pantheon has been stirred up. Death has sealed himself in his fortress, and time flows through mortal hands. Surely this will be one for the legends.
Okay. These are awesome. Every few attacks create a whirlpool that pulls enemies in. Wave the damage is knocked back enemies. Prime damage is increased for every empty blessing slot you have. Huh, that's actually really good. Yeah, let's go for High Tide. Spiritual Respite. Okay, so we can kill the blue ghosties. Good. Yeah, the new guy seems awesome. Well, we do know that shurikens are amazing, so let's pick those up as well. All right, so we're locked in. We've got Crom, we've got Wave Daddy again. What is it with these games and making the Sea God like just way hotter than anybody else? Ooh, it seems like the blessings out here are better too.
Time to paint the battlefield red.
Stuff hurts though. That's the one downer. Okay. Yeah, curse duration reduction. Yeah, I do oodles of damage once I get my hands on something. The main issue is these, like, succubi hurt. Oh, that one has a bunch of shields. That's rough. Oh, we've also got explodey blads. The music is extremely good. My main issue right now is my health is not doing too hot. And that's something I need to work on. Okay, that one didn't hurt me. I still applied poison on attack. The blessings in this region are considerably stronger.
Don't just climb the mountain, conquer it.
Yeah, I want a lot of these. Landslide is quite good. I'll snag it and then banish it. Okay, bit of movement speed for 30 seconds. Yeah, problem is some of these guys come in and just slap me for a bunch of damage. That's a little unfortunate. I kind of wish the explodey guys, there was like a little bit of a ground AoE beneath them. Of like, no, you really need to get away from this dude. A little bit of heal on level up. Not that that's that good. But it's still nice. I'm just getting murlocked super hard here. That's okay, though. Alright. A little bit more. Yeah, the flowers are wicked nice. Yeah, my damage is feeling pretty good. I think the main hope is that we find just enough gear here. Oh. Oh, they changed it. Your attacks become stronger and just apply ruptured. Yeah, let's grab the blood swords as well. Yeah, find an item, but it's not the right rarity. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we're mostly just trying to clear pools. I wonder if I can ever get it to the point where this character
To battle.
natively doesn't have any power slots or cast slots or something like that. Would be interesting to play around with. Your Ancestral Mask. Whenever you gain 100 experience, heal 2 life. Gain 100 experience, gain luck for 10 seconds. I think I'm just gonna go for the heal 2. Because we are actually gaining experience per second fairly fast. Mainly I'm just feeling the attrition just a little bit here. And that's something I should work towards avoiding. Or at least mitigating. Okay, rock shield, crushing attack. Like, once again, all these very good stuff. I'm gonna banish rock shield. I'm gonna grab mountainous smite. Even if it's not amazing right now, leveling it up a couple of times or even boosting its rarity is going to make a huge difference. I don't think I can hurt those guys for some reason. Egg? Whenever you collect 15 experience shards, gain attack speed for a little while, movement speed, or heal 3. I think I'm just going to keep going for those, like, experience shard heals, just as extra damage mitigation. I'm a sucker for fast healing in games. Like, being able to avoid damage is nice, but I'd rather just have healing. Attack damage, gain experience, or drink from the stew and see what happens. Cast area, power area. Not really what I want, but the other ones were okay. I'm going to have to go for a proper cast build at some point, though. Because I can see that getting really nutty. Ooh. Every 60 seconds, gain 5% experience. Or every 60 seconds, gain plus 5% experience gain for this attempt. Whenever you pick up gold, extra damage. I don't like the top two. Wisdom or just flat experience. I think I'm going to go for wisdom. It's early enough that that's going to get me... If I got 15 minutes left, that's a 75% increase by the end, potentially. I guess let's just go for mountainous might. And my main hope is just to find some tier 3 gear here. Take 100 lethal damage, gain a revival. If you can't survive the damage, you don't revive. Whoop. I want to say that used to do more damage, and then they nerfed it. Probably because people like me killing themselves for goofs. And the mushrooms are kind of a fun little bonus here. Okay, a little bit of evasion. Snag this. Go the other way. The one minor issue I'm running into, at least a little bit, mostly boils down to it's a little harder to navigate this level. It's a lot of trees just getting slightly in the way. I don't know if I care too much, though. Ow, that
Remember
hurt.
our deal.
Okay. Do not want any of these. I'm going to get rid of Devotion to Crom. Let's do an alteration. Let's go for some more banishes, alterations, and whatnot. I'd like a higher rarity thing, but... I was expecting Act 3 to be tougher, but I guess we haven't run into the first boss yet, so how am I supposed to know how much tougher it's going to be? Okay, let's grab that. Bonus damage against skeletons. There we go. More movement speed. And yeah, rather than fighting things, especially since I have so much experience gain, better to just run around and grab things. Let's go for bonus attack damage. Defrog King. Okay, that did not hurt as much as I thought it was going to. Okay, I'm just gonna hang out for a moment. Rude. Ow. Yeah, I'm just gonna hang out here. Kind of behind a wall. Just give myself a bit of a reprieve. Because I out-heal him, like the tongue doesn't do that much damage. And so I can somewhat, rude. I can somewhat bide my time. Okay, rampaging attack. I do actually want Bloodlust. I think that would be good. Because yeah, I can kill his minions safely. Yeah, it's the poison breath that's the real damaging factor here. Oh, that ain't it. Because, yeah, he really wants to puke at me. And I don't want to give him that luxury. Because I want to survive this. So yeah, rather than trying to kite around him, his tongue that doesn't do much damage is an invitation to come in and give him a smack or two. I'm like, who knows? Maybe I could survive this. Let's banish that. Grab Mountainous Might again. Ow, okay, that hurt. Not as much as you'd think, though. And there it goes. Okay, I'm gonna turn off that loot filter. At least for rare items. We lightly need some of these things. Ooh, these guys are gnarly, actually. Yeah, they're not mobile, so they're not gonna chase me. They teleport. But I want to take them out before they become a consistent problem. Okay, bonus damage to the Fates. Yeah, or bonus chances of getting the Fates. Because yeah, unfortunately the Shuriken bonus only works if I'm below half health. And not too keen on that one. Okay. More life regen for every mouse enclave. Now, I wonder if that scales. Now that I have that twice, is it 0.4 per? I do not know. And I don't know if there's an easy way for me to check. Now, I'm going to keep working on Mountainous Might, seeing as it gives me a hell of a lot of attack range. Or attack area at the very least, which we are going to need. Big snail. Experience per second, but it slows me down. Loose movement gain negative movement. What? Armor. Area aura that slows enemies by 30%. I can lose a little bit of movement speed for some more experience per second. Whenever you gain a level, heal life. Gain a level, gain extra damage. Gain a level, experience gain for 30 seconds. Go for that. The 25 health might have been a good idea. I don't know. Okay, Chains of War, Blood Swords. Oh, but we should banish Blood Swords. Let's look at Charge as well. I remember back when the base dash was garbage, you had to get a dash ability to have a decent dash in terms of like distance or cooldown and stuff. I think they equalized them more, or I'm just not paying attention anymore because it doesn't matter as much. Okay, cast damage for 60 seconds. Eh. There we go. I'm hoping for some of the really fun abilities, but not the most forthcoming. Madness Might, even more. I wonder if that applies retroactively. Probably not. Maybe it does. Because that'd be really cool if it was just like, oh, well, no, it probably does scale it. I just don't know when it starts tracking, is the question. Okay. Let's just get plus 200 experience. That's probably good. Oh. Earth Spike. I think we might have actually banished everything else.
Death to...
Let's see. Rampaging attack, bonus damage. Dash has a larger area. Someday I'll go for a dash build, but it ain't today. Gain 100 experience, heal 2 life. Yarp. What are these? Cooldown. Ooh. I'm gonna go for the pull area. We've already got a huge pull area, but I'd like it to be even huger. Okay, now we've got 2 strikes. Mouse Enclave Shelter. Sole member of the Mouse Enclave has made its shelter as a brief respite. This exploration mission. The mouse welcomes your unexpected presence. Sees a good ally, as there aren't many friends in the Darkmoor. Ready to part ways when he extends the gesture of aid in the name of the Mouse Enclave. Heal life, gain golden item, more rare items, more pickup drops, more experience, or movement speed for every Mouse Enclave that you visited or will visit. Whee! Let's go fast.
Seeing you mortals unite is quite refreshing. We gods have a reputation to maintain, and eternity provides plenty of time for bickering to turn into feuds. Pride is a heavy anchor.
Okay, Tidal Wave or Whirlpool? Definitely Whirlpool. It's a low strike chance, but still probably worth it. Oh man, some of the new Act 3 enemies are really impressive. These chargy knights are extremely cool. Only immediate problem is, they're freaking tanky as hell. And killing me fast. Start to dash. There's a chance you trigger Whirlpool. Lose a slot. I could do better, though. Gonna go for Bloodlust. We need the attack speed. Okay, I'm just gonna run away for a while. Unfortunately, kind of a temporary solution as they are actually faster than me. I dashed that one. Extremely rude. The Scarecrow. Ow. Oof. Ow. I think I'm gonna have to try this again with a ranged character. I do feel like this guy might be a bit overtuned. I cannot hurt him. At least we had a revival. But yeah, we're barely harming him. And he's got massive AoEs. Well, I mean, it was a good attempt. And like, I'm doing okay, but yeah, there's no way with my current gear and equipment and dash quantity and cooldown that I can handle this. I'll have to try this again with a caster instead, probably. Or somebody specializing in summons, maybe? We will see. One way or another, let's see what goodies we got. I think we got a couple of purples. Not many. Okay. Dash through an enemy. Panther form, stealth, invisible, but moves slower. Next attack is a guaranteed crit. It's okay. More life. Dashes turn you into an eagle. Eagle form. Can't attack. Can't stop moving. And dashes don't affect what? Why? Let's see. Reduced eagle cooldown. Can attack, can't stop moving. Dashes don't affect your movement. Your dash charges. It seems really odd. I mean, I'll get it. I'm just really curious about what I would use that for. I will admit, though, build-wise, I'm not sure if I really like her that much. Let's see. More expert offers, blessing rarity upgrades, damage summon slots. Okay, so we have a bunch of tier 3 stuff. The problem is it's all really basic rarities. Like, really bad stuff. So, I think I'm just gonna have to probably write off most of this. We have to get past that boss, I think, to get the really good things. Or get really lucky with a drop. Because, yeah, most of these are legitimately worse than a master rank item from the previous tier. By, like, a significant margin. Oh boy. Alright, well, I will have to play more of this, but for now at least. I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, it helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. Yeah, I'm going to put some more time into this when I can get the chance, because I really do want to get fairly far in Act 3, especially now that it is, punch you in the face levels of hard. It's really just like that boss and maybe some other things. We will see. But for now, bye-bye.